Alright, Factor 2, why are you terrible at your job? Like, really? No community servers found.
Really fair.
Come on. I really hate you, R Factor 2. I really do. Really do.
Ross,
No. Look.
think
I'm here.
positive. R52 could sense what you're thinking. That's why it's not working.
Oh, it knows very well what I'm thinking about it all the time. It's not going to change.
And it's just sitting there going, be more patient, breathe before you do anything.
Well, it's updating now, and it's now validating the update, which apparently it didn't do before it launched. Brilliant piece of junk.
There was an update?
On this particular instance, there seems to have been. I had some issues with Steam earlier on, so I'm guessing there's some shared common issues between the two, but neither one will accept the blame. Of course. Wait for it to load up again. I suppose I should probably bring the driver's brief up. I'm going to use the one that John hates.
This is not good.
What's not good?
RF2 is saying, yeah, I don't think so. Why is it doing that? I don't want it to do that. Hmm.
I keep seeing Cole and thinking it's Cole Williams. Or I'm sorry, Aiden Coleman. That one. Obviously not.
Obviously not.
I'm gonna try and follow Scar and see if I can figure out what he's doing to get so fast.
Yeah, I've got a whole 6 seconds to find, 6/10 of a second to find. Or
Which
more.
one are you in? Are you in the Mondeo?
Volvo.
Mondeo, Mondeo. Singing hot, hot, hot.
20
on
minutes,
19,
Jerry.
sir.
Hot, hot.
Let's say 19 or 20. Thinking about it, seeing that people are going faster and faster. Maybe 21?
Nah, 21 means that you have to go sub 1 minute for a lot more of the race than half of it. Don't know if anyone's actually gonna manage.
I won't be going sub 1 minute. Yeah. That lap is my peak.
I obviously need to invest in a lot better rubber bands. using the rubber band thing to turn my Logitech into a sequential because it definitely feels better in these cars. But I'm breaking one about every bloody 8 or 9 laps.
Low-key, put like 4 or 5 hair bands on. They're a lot stronger than rubber bands.
Yeah, I haven't got any that stretch far enough.
Well,
Because there's no females in this house, and the fact that I've got hairbands is worrying enough.
Hey, they got hair bands.
Hey, hairbands are important.
Yeah.
Well, I actually use them as guitar mutes. When I'm doing two-handed stuff, I have one wrapped around the top of the neck to stop the strings from ringing. But
see, when I go racing IRL, I gotta tie my hair back so it doesn't get stuck in anything. So I have a 4-foot-long plait. So naturally, I have hair bands.
That's bad now. We're starting to see things.
Bye, Ross.
The Nissan Primavera. Driven by Alfredo Carbonara. Sorry, Alfredo.
Did it again. Damn.
Whoops.
Ah!
I spun.
I saw that. Alright, let's see if...
Well, there's very much a limit of stupid things and kind of nearing it, not past.
Swear to God, if you say you don't have some of the content, I'm going to throw you through that window.
I don't have some of the content.
Not you.
I'd wager you want to frequently throw me through a window already, though.
Damn.
John, how many setups do you want to share tonight? All of them? Excellent. Sounds great.
Go ahead, Oliver.
I've become regular. And with that, it is time for the driver's brief. All drivers, please exit the track for this first brief. I know sometimes we're a little more lax, but for tonight, We just want to make sure we go through things, make sure everyone's on the same page. So please exit the track. We'll begin the brief in just a moment. Don Hunter, please exit the track. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. We'll get through this real quick. We're starting off the MNRL Super Touring World Cup at the birthplace of basically all things Super Touring in the UK. Not Fosters particularly, but you know, I like this track. I hope you guys do too. As we go through, make sure that you are on Discord throughout the duration of the race, just so you can hear in case things are going on and I need to yell about the server and R Factor 2 and all things that are hateful in an admin capacity, of course. And also any cues or warning messages that happen on track while you're going about. But do make sure that you you don't have an open mic that's bleeding through a lot. You know, keep chatter to a minimum during the race and qualifying sessions. And outside of that, you know, fill your boots, as someone might say. Today, driver aids, all we have is clutch and then auto lift and blip. I hope you're using some sequential action if you can, because it's awesome. There are no other onboard aids, so don't look for them. I think you can adjust brake bias, and that's mostly it. We'll do qualification in just a few moments. It's going to be 10 minutes, open session. Please respect the hot lappers as they're coming through. It is a small, short track, relatively speaking. So if you're on your out lap, just give some room so that way everyone can get by. Not too many tonight. It's 19, still a good crowd. But being so small, it will be pretty clutch. Race length. So we have 2 races. They will both be 20-minute sessions, so it's time to make sure you have plenty of fuel at the beginning. Something I want to say like 30 liters, probably about get you to the end. Fuel, tires, mechanical wear, time, weather, all of that is 1x. It is live weather. Not supposed to be any rain, but hey, it's Britain. Starting procedure is a formation standing start. So as we go to race, you will be in your grid position, and then you will roll off. Let's go single file as you come around, give room to those around you, and then when you come back to the grid, you will line up on your spot. Feel free to warm up your tires, brake a bit, just be predictable. You know, don't do anything crazy that's going to cause a jam up behind you, and just line up on your arrow as you come to. Make sure you hold your brake, because at that point, no one's holding it for you. And then it will be a standing start. So listen for the lights, listen for the siren, look for the lights, and then off you go. The orange zone, which I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with, racing here before, is through Fosters. So turn 4, it's at the bottom of the hill, bottom of Cascades, as we go through that first stretch there into that hairpinny type area. And after that, it's clear sailing, hopefully. Remember, it's not 1 on lap 1, but you know, have fun. Track limits, 1 wheel touching the racing surface. It seems like it's fairly okay. I mean, there's not really much advantage to be taken here by going off. I'm not too worried about it. Just keep it in mind. There isn't really meant to be any pit road usage, but if you do come on or off, just be clear about your entry or exit as traffic's going around, as you're making a dive. You know, don't do anything crazy going into or out of traffic as you're doing it, as much as you can. And treat any of the solid lines as walls as you're going through. This track is pretty good for entry and exit. So if you're repairing or changing tires for some reason, I guess that would be it. There is no pit lane speed limit. There will be moving forward. That was just a mistake on my part, but obviously if there are any penalties copped from this one, you will suffer a little bit on the next one. I don't believe there is a pit limiter, so
Nope.
that is on you. Pay attention to for the next round that we go to at Knock Hill. So while there is no rain or darkness really anticipated for this race, it is starting at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you know, in sim time. So make sure that you have auto headlights and wipers set or on the standby or just on to begin with, at least the headlights, maybe not the wipers, just to avoid any cues. That's pretty much it. Blue flag, very simply put, treat blue flags as though you're racing any other car, except that the blue flag driver may not use defensive lines against the faster cars coming up behind. But both drivers still have the responsibility for making and executing a clean pass, especially the car behind, as you are coming onto the situation. Just be consistent, play nice, get through. I don't know how much blue flag traffic there's going to be tonight, but I guess we'll see. 20 minutes is a while. There are some fast boys here. Of course, the CMS golden rule of racing, if you gain advantage through contact or through cutting the track, please yield that advantage away by returning the position or slowing to negate time advantage gained. So just redressing, basically. In the end, if you feel that your race has been affected by another driver and needs reviewing by stewards, please submit an IRR. The link is in the links channel on the Discord, and it is a separate Discord server that you need to connect to. But that's all posted in there. No outstanding penalties for this, thank God. R Factor 2 assigned DQs and penalties can be cleared during practice and warm up in case you do something really silly. Please don't do that. But during the qualification round and race, you're on your own. If you're stuck and your car isn't dead, don't hit escape, control, delete, and exit the sim, come back in. At least you can get some points for finishing. That's pretty much it. We are going to negate a pit box check for today, as we're not going to really need it, but feel free to check where your stall is in case you think you might need it, or if you're feeling confident, forget about it. For race 2, after race 1 ends, forgot to mention this, we'll immediately jump back into warm-up while I reverse the grid. It's a full reverse because I love chaos. And then we'll complete warm-up, or I'll cut it a little bit early if it's going on a little bit too long, as I know some of you, it's pretty late. So we'll just go from there and finish out race 2. Any questions, concerns, thoughts? I have seen you all here before, so didn't think that would be.
Yeah, thanks for putting together this series, Ross. This looks like fun.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yay.
I hope some of our Brit boys will be able to come back again, at least for maybe a race or two, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Mike will rally him, I'm sure. All right, straight to race. Or, I'm sorry, next session, to qualifying.
I'll do what?
Straight to race. All right.
Let's go. I ain't putting
I
a
like these
1-in-1
quali
one
positions.
together. Yeah, I'll start from this grid.
Means to vomit.
Well, yeah. If you not heard that, you said fill your boots as part of the driver's brief, and that means vomit.
It does?
Matthew.
Yeah,
No.
it does here. And where's Oulton
Well,
Park?
I've been there. Doesn't mean that there is. That's an interesting interpretation. Have a good one.
Good luck, everybody. I'll get this broadcast computer fixed eventually.
Sorry, Ross.
It's okay. And that seems to be it. Congratulations, Jeffrey Ellis, for taking the pole, the very first. Adrian Rice, the Pro-Am. We'll see how long he stays in that class. And Alfredo Cabrera for the AM. Another one that's pretty high up there. Good qualifying, everybody. Didn't see too much egregious there. So I'll actually probably cut warm up here to 5 minutes, just so we can get going. But we've got that buffer in case, yeah, things are disastrous.
I'll just say that whoever took out all the brake markers on the back straight, I hope you develop annoying itches in places you can't talk about.
Seconded.
You guys use brake markers?
So there's brake markers on this track?
Don't necessarily use
signs
them,
everywhere.
but I use them to remind me where my brake markers are supposed to be.
I just use random bump. Random bump guesswork.
Oh wow, there go cones. Just remember, as you're going around, checking out fuel numbers, make sure you account for your formation lap as well.
I feel like the BMW may have a little bit of a case of objects in mirror are closer than they appear syndrome.
You seem to have that problem right now.
I was
I think so.
definitely clear of Jeff, and then I turned into the corner, and it turns out I was in fact not clear of Jeff.
Alright, only cost you time.
Oh, I touched grass.
And the internet, well, there's one weakness.
It does perform a bit better when it's not dragging its face across the tarmac. Scar, don't let him through like that during the race if he gets behind you.
It's not the race. There's no need to hog the inside line. But I think Deer Leap's better for an over and under.
Now, the best overtaking maneuver of Deer's Leap is find a car that's the same brand as you. Just set it up the inside and take both of you into the gravel. That's the big play at Deer Leap.
Oh, the Play-Doh method.
No, was it? I forget. I think it was the Matt Neal special for the shed. Like
I mean,
2013 or something like that.
They also had their moment.
I don't think Jason Plato ever really did anything.
No, never had an incident with anyone ever.
No,
Not once.
Let me finish my
No,
sentence.
he's really good friends with Matt Neal.
Let me finish my sentence.
And his dad.
Jason Plato never really did anything too bad to any teammate he ever had.
You mean physically?
Well, I mean,
On
I'm
the
sure
track?
I mean, Alex McDowell's career never recovered, but I'm more on about actual, like, legitimate. Hey, you, go sit in the gravel because you smell.
I need to watch some of those races again.
For as much of an absolute legend as he was, Will Hoy was an expert in taking out his teammate.
He was.
Yeah. Everyone wanted to
he binned Radici, the famous one where he flipped the Tim Sugden in the Toyota, and then there was the really funny one in '96 where he binned Alan Menu with a headbutt on lap 1 of Thruxton. Granted, they were all kind of direct, indirect, but pretty funny.
Oh, come on, turning is easy. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. Everyone's back, right? I think so. Okay. Next session we go.
Woo!
Now we get to see if I forgot anything detrimental to the race before doing
Yeah,
this.
you forgot to give Cole a 75 kilo weight penalty.
Right.
To see just how badly I can muck up a standing start.
Well, you're in a front wheel drive, you've got an excuse.
Oh crap,
Wheel
you're in a
drive.
BMW.
Yes, I
At least I
am.
can, at least I can see the lot.
Jeff, you
I had pole position.
Jeff is now revealing the machinations of my master plan. It was
You
the
knew that I'd outqualify this one race.
It was the I don't need to worry about qualifying. As long as I'm on the front 2 rows, I shall probably still be leading in the first bend.
10 seconds.
Oh, it's a rolling map.
Yep, formation lap, go single file.
Yeah,
As
where's
you're off,
P4?
just take it easy.
P4, there you go. Nice cross.
Someone's off.
It is properly dreary here.
Slowing down the back.
Honestly surprised it is not raining. John,
Be quiet.
George didn't
Yeah,
have to
we've
show
still,
up.
we've still got a race and 2 races to go, don't we?
It's based on live weather, though. There's not actually really been happening. Other than where I live down south, where it's literally doesn't have to
Yeah, I was gonna say I did have to dig 2 new trains the other week.
see. We live down south.
Your arrow. Make sure you hold your brake after you stop. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I apologise in advance for anything that might happen.
Ouch.
Six. Six. Six.
Thanks.
And that's it across the line. Congrats to Mike Bell, Adrian Rice, and Alfredo Cabrera. Throw us back to warm-up.
Freaking followed you off.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Like climbed back to fifth. Oof.
Yeah, Ross throwing for the race 2 grid position.
Yeah, I had an incident, and I'm not exactly sure why.
That was
Because-
quite spectacular, Mac. Oh man, I saw a
Yeah,
tire
that
in the
was-
middle of the road.
That was so fun until I lost a wheel, huh?
Yeah, it was a good fight with you. But then you just sort of disappeared on that final straight. I went eek. And I was just trying to avoid the banner and the
Oh, is that what you're doing?
wheel.
I think somebody hit my wheel. Sorry.
Yeah, not much anyone has to do with that.
Yeah, sorry about the beginning too. I stalled and blocked some people.
Rear-wheel drive going brr.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's okay. The grid gets swapped.
Hey Jeff, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean the first 2 laps were, and then tyre wear and rear-wheel drive.
I
It's
thought
not
you
even
had
a
me
race
for-
after that.
I thought you had me for a minute when I messed
I
up.
would have done. You did nearly kill yourself on me. If you were not my friend, I would not have hit the brakes to avoid you.
I feel the love.
Hey Ross, how much time do we have?
You got some time.
Okay.
You got a few
That
minutes
help.
here.
It's like a 9-minute break right now.
It'll be a little bit shorter than that. But you know, I'll just make sure everyone's back here before we do anything
Okay,
crazy.
quick pit, quick pit.
Yeah, to let the dog out.
Yeah, I just realized I'm running on Dan's Peugeot setup still. Jeff. Peugeot settings that are powering the BMW.
Bit of a problem.
That,
Oh, the dog has to poop. It's gonna be more than a minute.
That's no good.
He's a quick pooper. I'm not too worried about it, usually.
Is your dog the sort of dog that will wait until you're doing something before you're doing a race, then it will get into your line of sight and make like hard eye contact with you as it just does a big stinky blow right on the middle of your carpet?
Oh no, he hasn't done that before. He'll do that outside.
Did a race with he crashed or he ended up crashing.
Wait, who's this?
And the guy on the team
See, the sad thing there is that there weren't webcams live streaming to see that happening in the room.
well, the audio from him.
Oh. No bueno.
a warm day in Florida? Isn't that unheard of?
It is somewhat heard of. We'll switch over with about 4 minutes to go, just because I have to adjust a couple things here.
Mac can call on the front row. Don't let Ross, guys. You gotta beat him.
What's this about?
You're gonna make up 16th place? No. 14th place? Gonna tough. If nay possible.
Oh, I think it is quite nay possible. Or,
Take 4 off that for rear wheel drive chance. You're at your number.
I am hoping to get another good launch.
I mean, I hooked up perfectly. Pulled away from every other front wheel drive on the grid. Still watched to drive past from a
And
grid
I went,
position
lol,
behind.
lol, 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 Bavarian motor works.
Same shit, different series.
Oh, no. Oh, no, we're Philippe.
As long as the motor works.
you guys are gonna run this whole thing. No way.
Which guy? BMW or? Brett?
You all across the pond.
Oh. Well, it depends which pond.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, because it depends which pond you're talking about.
Where you going, Gills?
It was an across the pond 1, 2, 3 in the last race, wasn't it? Unless I'm vastly misjudging Adrian's accent or he's moved somewhere.
Well, he's across a different pond, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're washing the rears. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, the default brake bias is really far forward.
You must really like BMWs. It's also unfortunate that the Mondeo is like one of the lightest cars when that was not the case.
Especially in the first iteration.
Yeah.
Like a little bit disappointed that the Volvo model they chose to make the A50.
Did he not do that one also?
Well, if that's the case, then I'm disappointed in you for not picking it.
Well, I was focusing on a particular era of the era.
Yeah, 96, 7, 8, right?
Yeah, about there. That's when things were getting spicy.
94, that was the year it got spicy.
Oh yeah.
Because of the Alpha?
Well, and Super, wasn't it?
Well, and so, Alpha doing it, well, so 93,
Yes.
and
Ooh, close.
then 93, 94, that was when it started to ramp up, like 98 when it was silly, and 2000 so dumb it just carried itself.
Was everyone back ready to go?
Here.
Your dog done it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will move up and
I just called them Vauxhalls. Well, not quite. I'd almost called them Vauxhalls.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
congrats, Cole, Mac, and Ross on your qualifying results.
I was perfectly placed to start where I finished at 10th. I couldn't
Somebody
arrange
had
that
to do
better.
Mac
Somebody
Garrett.
had to do
the
it.
middle.
Yeah, everyone revolves around me, which I'll get to see everybody during this race, is what it means.
like where I'm used to starting anyway.
If you all at the front of the group would like to direct your attention to the second tree from the guardrail in front of you, you will see a wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube man.
5 seconds.
We will indeed. Very exciting.
It is.
Remember, there is a reconnaissance lap, so go ahead, Cole, whenever you're ready.
Cold.
Don't be cruel now.
Daylight
Don't be
savings.
cruel us.
Because this is when I'd normally, we'd normally be starting for me time-wise.
Yep, same.
Fair point.
You would have missed the driver's brief, though.
Yeah.
250 pound fine.
Okay, everybody, good luck. Have fun.
Good fun having that.
Have a good one, everybody.
Good luck.
Thank you, Cabrera. On purpose, huh? You need to be suspended.
Sorry, Mac, I lost it.
Slips.
Well, that was a nice little love tap there, Ross.
Yeah. Well, congrats again to Mike Bell. I guess just that. And to Scar Pope, taking it out for the Pro-Am for now, and Alfredo Cabrera.
Why'd you
I'm sorry?
sound disappointed?
Huh? I'm disappointed with my own performance because I ruined two people's races.
Sorry about that last lap, John. That was really sketchy to Fosters by me.
No worries. Sorry, I
Ended up
missed
facing you.
That first lap was rough.
Oh no, Pedro wanted to come in.
He
So was
did
mine.
do that.
Got pushed all over the place by guys from behind me.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Jack,
was a pretty difficult first lap there. Everyone was just all over the place.
uh-huh.
Did I know I already said this earlier about the BMW mirrors being really far back, but did you not know I was alongside you, up to like your driver door, when you moved line off the start?
Oh well, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't taking it all in that well, I guess.
Well, no, I was just saying the mirrors are not friendly for that kind of stuff. Like I was off the back of the grid obviously, and I had a really good start, and I was basically up alongside you, and then you moved to go around a slower car.
I did. Yeah.
If I'm when I'm that far alongside, which you wouldn't have even been able to see in your
Yep.
mirrors, then
Yep.
it just kind of
Then
pinged us both into
got the
into
rotation
Adrian.
tap.
Yeah, I tried to back out of it as best I could and not completely loop you, but there's only so much I can do at that point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, 20 laps is just enough to have fun when you have a group this big.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
always
that's
something going on.
super cool.
Well,
Very
unless you
intense.
get 2.5
That was a lot
minutes
of
worth of
concentration
damage,
on the
but
break.
anyway.
Yeah, you
that
crash.
sucked.
I was getting a squeal in my headphone each time we were rejoining the long circuit.
I think that may have been a you
What?
thing.
It was going like yeah. Well, it sounded like just
somebody's microphone.
somebody's microphone.
Sounded like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's someone's mic because I was hearing that too. But
Ah, okay.
that-
Do you have everybody's volume at the same level, Jills?
No, George is a lot lower.
I can't imagine why.
I think he's actually
Tomorrow
the only
is
person
another
that I've
race.
seen volume of on this Discord. Like everyone else is at 100, he's at like 90.
Yeah, well,
Tomorrow we have another race tomorrow.
well,
yes, it's Euro.
European time. It's gonna be at noon Eastern time.
Yeah, come
I
on,
think
guys.
4 a.m. here.
Come race with us. We're friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working, dude.
Look at me. I'm the friendliest friendly person that ever did friend. Come race with me, and more like.
I mean, that was great racing, Mike. That was a lot of fun at the front there.
Yeah, it was great.
Pedro, you were late.
Took me ages to crack Jeff, who just.
But wasn't this the race one? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were two races, so you were late.
But this race was his one or his two?
Daylight savings happened on the weekend in the US, mate.
Yeah, we lost the daylight savings time. It was an hour earlier now.
Spring ahead,
Didn't you?
unless you're in Arizona.
There will be another race. Is it next week? Is that? And then it's Targa Florio.
You can race tomorrow, Pedro. European time.
Only BMW is here to drive?
BMW? What's that?
Yeah.
A couple guys.
You know, rear wheel drive. Yeah, rear wheel drive. The only.
The only.
Yeah, it's pretty fast today too.
Well, I don't think it's actually like too quick, like over a lap, but it holds its pace so well. Like,
It is the fastest car over a lap by like 3/10.
by 3/10.
And then it's the fastest car over the rest of the race by more.
But yeah, like after about like, what was it? Probably about like lap 5 or 6.
It's
everything else
like
just drop
pointless
off,
to drive
whereas-
against it.
Ballast.
Actually, not even worth driving.
Ballast.
Whereas if I'm, if I was, in a fighting fit car, because obviously I picked up some damage, I probably could have lapped within about half a second every lap of the race. Whereas I don't think the front wheel drives could do that.
It should be BOP, or we should use ballast.
I don't know. I made a couple of changes to the Nissan between the two runs, and I reckon I would have been able to hang with it better than I did in the first race.
You can make the front wheel drives better, but the reality is that the front wheel drive, if you push on the first few laps, you just will run out of tyre before the end.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You just delay it a little bit, so it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what
I
happened
have
to me.
quite a lot of experience with this.
2 laps.
When the tire go down to below 85, it doesn't burn.
I only got to about 83 or 84 in the first race, and I think I would have been better than that in the second race.
With the tires, you can make the life whatever, but it's always thermal against front wheel drives. Kind of why I didn't want to. Why I was like, oh yeah, other than the fact that I've never driven a super touring Beamer in a series, I've driven plenty of other super tours, but never a Beamer. It's just the fact that rear wheel drive as well. It's like, oh yeah, front wheel drive aren't doing it's a lot more forgiving. But if it is getting an update, please don't make the mirrors like proper.
I wasn't planning on doing much to this, but I can see what I can do.
Like, no.
Well, it sounds like even the BMW guys are going, BMW needs to be slowed down by the sound of it.
I don't think it needs to be slowed down per se. I like winning, but
20 kilogram.
It is
20 kilogram.
It is quite quick. Please don't use ballast. It's the one thing I hate more than front wheel drive or front wheel drive tire wear. But no, like
50 kilos.
I know for sure I was in at least 2 incidents, if not more today, that would have been quite easily avoided if the mirrors were like decent, rather than just like, hey, this is a general sense of what's behind you from the middle of your front bumper.
Kind of like the idea that it's ballast as you can't see.
Well, yeah, but then again, like, it didn't, it affected the other guy worse than me. Like, Brett got half spun before he got to the start line because he didn't see that I was halfway up alongside him. And I think Adrian probably got the worst of it unless he got tangled in something else, and that was where his 2.5 minutes of damage came.
No, I had some at that, and then I got
in that case, not my
later.
fault. Adrian's a fool. Ignore my last statement.
Yeah, I was afraid the car wouldn't steer.
It was a bit interesting, sort of getting turned around, or nearly turned around on the front straight, and I know I hit someone in front of me from it as well. But there was someone in I didn't pick up the name, but there was someone in a Mondeo that decided that he was going to take the Apex despite the fact there was already a Nissan up beside him. And well and truly up beside him before the braking zone, so I'm not quite sure. I'll wait till I see the replay before I get too carried away.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that that's what Nissans are for, though.
What, destroying?
Yes.
I think you're all scared of it, that's what it is.
I drive a Nissan in real life. I like the drive of it, but I'm really starting to get
You.
I like how it just resets Mike Bell's car. He's like, you know what? You don't know how to park. Let me help you.
Well, yeah, I thought, like, I'm gonna try and, like, completely min-max this and just see how because I figured, alright, it's a rear-wheel drive, unless, because it took them a long time after Super Tours to, like, actually, screw the Beamers with the first gear thing, so it was actually, like, somewhat even off the line. So I thought, I assume it's not in this mod, let's just see what I can do with it, and so I'm trying to, like, min-max the start box, and it just didn't like it.
Man, somebody at the back of the grid didn't go.
Ross, stream.
What about it?
I put a stream on. I want to see what you're seeing. I don't have replays. I turned it off because I'm on Uber Potato mode.
That was me, I think, Ross. It's trying to start in neutral.
I'm not sure what that's showing, but
it's no. Close your.
Yeah, right back, the orange BMW back there.
Oh wow, yeah, Jeff really did nail at start as well, and I just bodied him. Oh shit in hell! I didn't realize it was
Literally just playing on easy modes.
Pyros.
Yeah, it went off. I was having some very big difficulties
Jeff, how
in this
far
race.
back did you put your brake bias in race 2? You were just completely sideways everywhere.
Yeah, that did seem like your brake bias was maybe off.
No, it wasn't. I changed some diff settings, which made me slower, but gave me like the only reason I could hold you at all after lap 4 was that I took all the power on the coast out of the diff. to
I'm
lose
sorry, I was
irritation
talking
before
about
entry.
Ross.
And then
I did what?
so then I just end up with no lap time
Fair.
and slightly more tire midway through the race, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fucking infinity all over again.
Yeah,
Boring.
depending on who's about tomorrow, I'll switch to the front wheel drive.
Thing is, if Dan's there, it's like driving the Bimmer is probably the only chance anyone has of beating him.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well,
Was it
or
this
just
lap when John went
Why
off?
is this?
full
No.
throttle.
Are my hotkeys fucked up? What's going on?
So wait, is that Adrian? Yeah, Adrian's bridging across the gap.
Yeah, I was able to catch his up for a while, but then the traffic, I couldn't get through the traffic as cleanly as you guys could.
Yeah.
And it chewed it up a bit more, sort of.
I must admit, I didn't really hit a rhythm early. But then by the time we did start catching traffic, I was just like, you know, touring car driver, through we go.
Who's the Castrol?
Scar?
No, Cabrera. Scar's a Volvo.
Yeah, Cabrera.
Alfredo.
Yeah, I collected him in the first race as well, and I think I collected him in the second race. Got damaged somehow on the first lap, and I've got no idea how.
There's a
But
couple
I
of
had
curbs and stuff that can actually cause damage if you hit
yeah.
them wrong.
I got damage going through the kitty litter once.
I was trying to hang it around the outside of Jeff at Druids, and I caught the outside curb wrong. That threw me up in the air and scared the shit out of me. Spinana. Oh, and you got on the wrong side of the wall as well. Oh, rip.
Yeah, when you pass me, John. When you passed me, I was beginning to have tire issues.
Three or four by this point.
Go back to the battlefield and see if.
We don't need to watch that.
No, Jeff pulled a really cool move on me, and then I up and undered him in a really cool way. If I pulled it up here.
He could have shoved it in there.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I thought I was clear, and like I was just clear when I turned in.
Because I lifted and braked.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely had the run, that's for sure. Like, you would have been an overlap by the apex. But no, the Beamer's mirrors are awful. Because like I thought I actually had a gap on you at that point.
That's a thing across a lot of mods for me, bro. Even the S397 are pretty crap.
This is the point where I was just making like a mistake every lap and just being awkward about it.
Oh, so after 10 minutes for me.
I was hoping that, would go off, but I was right behind.
I mean, I almost did it for you at the last lap.
That's quite mean. Why would you hope that we'd all go off?
I mean, I was hoping you two would battle harder for
You
the
hope
most
in
of the
racing,
race.
if you cannot beat, you guys were fast. That's to know.
I did my best to battle.
Yeah, you gave me a lot of hope until I saw Mike and they're behind me, and then I was like, nah, not enough time.
I maybe could afford forced the issue a little bit earlier, and I did try a few times, but I was thinking, I was like, okay, if I was betting on the fact that Jeff could catch, and then when there was 3 of us together, maybe that would be the easiest time to make it. But obviously, then, I don't know where I was right now. Where it's like, taking time and whatever.
That move by Jeff and the Fosters around the outside. Great.
Yeah,
You talking race 2?
Yep. Yeah, I put coming down the avenue, I got the run on Scar and put him offline, then Jeff followed me around the outside into Foster's.
We can take a look at that.
All right, guys.
I just
Have
saw
a
my
good night.
rearview mirror just get full.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Race 2.
Yeah, same here. I gotta bite and crash.
Oh,
Hey,
which
Hey, Russ.
poor sod
Yeah.
was
Take
it
it
that
easy,
got rotated in Druids in lap 1?
How we do? Yes, John? Something?
I see. Oh, he just left. Oliver had the server mute on him. Why is that?
Server what?
Server mute. Why was
Oh. It wasn't from me.
that? It wasn't from you. You mean?
I didn't do it.
Well, somebody did.
Are you sure?
Nice race,
Yeah,
Angel.
it was red. It was red. Red Mike. Server.
You guys have a nice evening.
Bye.
Yeah, take care, Gills.
Yeah.
We'll catch you
too,
next time.
Yeah, man. Take care, dude.
Yeah, Ross, it was like 4 minutes
the-
to go.
Is the second hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, my start was pretty good. I somehow ended up first in lap 1, but I caught people. Like, if
I'm
you watch it from
amazed.
here, you'll see that I caught
Hey, put
Brera
camera
and
into
the car in
Alfredo.
front in the problem.
I am amazed at the amount of people that fell off on lap 1. Like, that's
Ought to make for an interesting replay.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was. I came around and I'm like, hang on, Ross and the
Oh,
2 front runners were gone. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh
So
my goodness.
Yeah, like I'm right up in the middle there, look, and it's just
What the hell?
I got the start of all starts, so I just got
What?
pinched.
What?
What?
Who was rolling backwards there?
Rolling.
Space.
Where?
Well, if you just let it forward, you will see.
No one was rolling backwards, but there was a few slow starts on the left-hand side.
Look, watch. See, he's rolling backwards.
Oh, that was
Well,
Brett.
oh.
Yeah, after. Oh my goodness. That's a messy one. I think we're
Yeah.
going to have to take a screenshot of that.
Mwah.
Try 3 angles.
Yeah.
Screenshot with there's a race winner in this shot.
Yeah, you won the race.
Yeah, like rewind it just a minute, Russ. Like I want to see just how far up I got before the pinch, because obviously, like, I'm not alongside there, but I'm also not getting pinched.
Why is it just sticking between these two? I hate you, R Factor 2. I really do.
Is it not just plus minus on the keyboard? Because that works for me still.
Thanks for hosting, Ross. I'm going to have to get out of here.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Take it easy, mate.
See you next time.
See you, Brett.
Look at that launch, it's almost perfect. And I'm seeing there's some slow starters. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I could, pick up like 5 or 6 places on the run out to turn 1.
Well, at this point, I would have backed out of it because I'm seeing Brett coming towards me.
Yeah.
He would have gotten away with it too.
I knew he was trying to go around the fort there, and I'm in the middle, and it's like, oh no,
BMW sandwich.
pinch point. Oh dear.
So
Rip.
as you saw that it was happening, you could hear you coming out of the.
Yeah, I mean, like,
the throttle.
You tried to squeeze through space that was not enough for you, basically.
well, it was enough when I went in it. It then became not enough.
Didn't even give the position back.
What? I mean, like, there was car racing, it's dog eat dog, Man's backwards on the start straight.
I don't think I've ever heard
we should
any
watch
Victorian
all
class
these.
who would imagine that a driver would give a place back.
Yeah, no,
And touring cars, nah, let the stewards handle it.
Look, I'm either getting a penalty or I'm having the place. Either
Oh,
way,
this-
is what it
this-
is.
Yep.
This was a thing as well. Like, I picked the wrong side here. I saw the guy go off up in front, and I just picked the wrong side. Jeff just gets like 3 places on me,
Oh,
and then Matt's gonna just lose it in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's not.
well, that's two. You
that's-
said, oh my goodness.
Yeah, then that happened. I'm just like back
Was
on
it
the
lap
throttle.
2 you went off, Ross?
Yeah, Ross and
Might have
Matt
been.
were off lap 2.
Yeah, I thought I was in the lead by lap 1, but no, mustn't have been.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to my car,
got-
but it became
I gotta
useless
be honest.
afterwards.
Matt's one was not my fault. He just snapped on my nose. There was nothing I could do about that.
Some Mondeo on Mondeo action.
This is me now trying to pass Jeff, I think. Yeah, and then we go around the corner there. There's Ross and Matt going off. And I'm trying to hang it around the outside, and then I gotta just ping this curb, and it's just gonna bounce me into the fucking wall.
I wondered what happened. I knew I'd put you on the curb. I didn't realize I'd bounced you over it.
Yeah.
Not that it mattered in the end, but
You
I
didn't
was-
hit him
it had
hard
been
enough.
slightly more effective.
I was zooming.
Yeah, you left a little bit
imagine?
too much space.
Yeah. I hope you don't make that same mistake again in the future.
I think he made the same mistake a few more times that race. To be fair, like there was times that we just went very side by side. I mean, this was just Jeff into that turn every lap. Just
Oh, I had realized the car difference, but at this
Mm.
point, and was like, well, I'm not gonna bin him deliberately, but he pinched me a couple times race 1, so he can have exactly that back.
and I was accepting of it. You know, I knew I could always get the door out if I needed, but I do typically try and avoid dooring people, even in touring cars.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
Unless it's Scott, in which case he gets. Guess we get.
I normally even like
What's adoring?
adoring.
Leaning,
It's when
leaning
you
on them.
when you utilize your door to remove them from the equation.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So if you like go up the inside and like it's like front wheel to front wheel, back wheel to back wheel, and then you just give them a whack like a hip and shoulder. That's but slightly harder. That's adoring.
Wow, you guys were already up there to the top.
Yeah, I mean, I shit you not, like there was so much craziness on lap 1. Like I was 7th by the end of lap 1, and I was involved in 2 tangles.
Might try the Vectra tomorrow.
hmm
I did a lap in it and was with the Mondeo setup and went as fast as I went in the Mondeo, so maybe that's
That's a point, Scar.
an avenue.
How come you kept going off when we were like seconds behind you, and then you didn't go off when we were right on you?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
just
all
typical
about-
me.
Do you need pressure to thrive?
Kinda.
Well, then you shouldn't have tried to run away. You should have just seen that was gonna happen and just turned in full right here, right now.
No. I wanted the gap. I always want the gap, and then yeah.
I don't like having a gap. It makes me scared.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
if I have a gap. I try too hard to keep the gap. I think that's my problem. Whereas when I'm racing door to door with someone, I don't care as much about lap times. I'm just placing the car.
See, look how nice I'm being, not just throwing it up the inside.
I mean, you could have thrown it up the inside, but we would both have died because I'd have just turned in.
Good guy Mike and his Bavarian motor wagon.
You might have 15 years of experience in this kind of shit, but I've got 15 years of experience in go-karts.
Hey, I'm
It's
on my
not a
8th.
go-
I'm on my 8th year of experience. No, it's not Ross, but you'll be surprised how similar the racing is.
Well, in the BMW, yes.
No. In everything in touring cars. If anything, karts are slightly less suited to that due to the fact that they have open wheels. But other than that, the racing is largely the same. Like you
Just
get
gotta be a
behind
bit more
some,
precise.
you get behind someone, you do one of two things. You either pod them out the way, or door them out the way, or load them up or something, or you try and pass nicely until you run out of patience and then pod them off or load them off or door them.
Yeah, except the races are 10 minutes long or shorter.
Yep.
So
I had a
people's
12
patience
minute,
runs out in about 3 corners.
yeah, I had 12 minutes final this weekend. Someone ran over the start marshal as well. That was
Oh no. Oh no,
What
no,
was
no.
oh yeah, that
it?
I was terrified that Persia was gonna come and clean me out.
He managed to hold on to it.
Look at Scar up the road in the Volvo. I think this was about the point that Scar stopped bottling it, and we weren't really catching too much.
There was a good session around about the 10-minute mark where I wasn't too bad,
Yeah, that's
and
where we
then
are.
the tires just started dropping off after that.
Oh, was
Oh.
this the point where I accidentally loaded Jeff 3 laps in a row into the final corner because he moved his braking point earlier, and it took me a bit to realize.
I wondered what was happening. I was like, I'm braking early. Why am I not stopping? I didn't actually feel the hit.
That's because I'm so friendly.
Just a left tap.
I'm loading you up without you even realizing.
So friendly parking inside my boot.
Yep. Look, now we're front and rear wheel drive. It's fun.
Uh-oh.
I did try getting underneath you here when you lost it.
I was afraid of the kite coming in.
I
It
gave
actually
it
was completely fine and left us plenty of space, so I didn't need to be, but I was afraid.
I gave it a complete bootful to flick the back end out to try and get underneath you as well. I think this was about the point where I was like, okay, Scar's there. We're not quite catching him. I'm going for it.
Ooh, nice. Nice over under. A little lean. You're gonna have to go deep into one to get it back though.
Oh no, he got it back.
Did I?
And
Yep.
this is the point after.
That's the next time.
No, it's the next time. Right, yeah. After the next time is when I was like, yep, right now I'm screwed.
Oh no, you weren't. Like I took about 4 or 5 like real attempts, and before I actually made it stick. I was really hoping to use this back marker as well.
I just didn't get the drive that time.
I think you got this one back as well.
I did with the back marker. I used a
Bam.
bit of grass, but we got there.
That right there, John, that is a light dooring. That's an example of a light dooring, what Jeff did to me.
It's an acceptable amount of dooring.
Yeah.
Look,
It's a proper bit.
no dooring here. They give him a little nudge because I bounced the curb.
So
Which is
dooring,
accepted.
you're on the outside and you're dooring.
You can door from
All
both
right.
sides.
Yeah, you can door from anywhere.
You can even door from behind
you
if you go
can-
into someone
You can
sideways
make it
enough.
spin basically if you hit it.
That's a
low,
karting
right?
technique, though.
Yeah, pod someone in the rear. There we go.
Woohoo!
This was it. I was so panicked that I was going to hit him that I just locked everything and hoped for the best.
Who's that up behind? Is that John?
John, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've
Although
been
I-
fucking about so much.
Loki, I actually think
You
that
right on board with John for the final lap, Ross?
Loki, I think that this was actually what may have won me the race, that move, because then that got me a gap to Jeff, so Jeff could pick his pace up, and I could basically get the run and carry the momentum a bit better. Look, that Beamer just hanging on for grim
Yeah,
death.
even with all that wheel spin, you still take off.
Further I'm sideways, I've still got more traction than you, by the way.
I think this was it.
I just ran wide here, and then you were just too close.
So I knew I had you in this corner no matter what, but it was like whether I could keep the run on the way out because it
Like, you're
doesn't
just
like going
drifting
over
on the exit, and it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I'm spinning up, so I'm high enough in the rev range when it does bite that I can fire out the corner. It's literally the same thing I do
Whoa.
in karting. It's called transferable skill set, Jeff.
Is it though?
Yep. And as a national number 2 seed for 2 years in a row now, I'd like to think I'm getting quite good at it.
Man, it's incredible you can fit your helmet on.
I actually had to get a new
Isn't
helmet
it?
this year. I had to get a new helmet this year because my old one was out of date, and the bloke who I got the helmet off of me concluded that I do in fact have a fat head.
Oh man. It's closing in.
Yeah. Hop on with me, because I think this might be the moment. Or no, hop on with Jeff.
This is gonna
Yeah.
be
Because
the.
Scar's gonna run wide here, and I'm gonna get the zoomies.
I thought for a minute I
Oh, no,
might
it's
get both of
next
you,
lap.
and then I saw what was happening. I thought, well, I'm only getting Scar. Damn.
Yeah.
Although maybe there was some scenario where I like
Yep. You
drive
will,
into the back of Scar and give him some momentum to get the place back.
Bump
Oh
drafting, hey?
boy.
So you might have gotten Scar, but you will never get Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Getting
was
away with that is crazy.
that was fun. I tried to up and under. I think Scar hit the curb, and I nudged him in the back and nearly spun.
Hilariously, my old nickname is Pumbaa.
There it is, like the big switch. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Gun it! Oh. There we go. Be big, be brave, be scary.
Oh, he gave you room.
Yep.
Too much
He
room.
gave you. He didn't defend.
Oh, at that point, I wasn't
Yeah.
turning in because it was like, right, if I do this, we're both in the fence.
And then I'm like, bye.
Yeah, the BMW needs at least 500 kilograms.
Yeah.
Fast freight to Hamburg, leaving now.
At least you can hold the throttle down through most corners.
Yeah, I mean, it is for a super touring Beamer. The pivot point of like the rotation feels quite far back.
Yes.
So it is really easy just to like use the back end. Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah. Looking
I'm
through.
I'm literally dying at the thought of having to carry ballast. Don't make me do it.
It may have to happen. As I was looking at the HDV files on these, they already have 500 kilograms more
Yeah.
than what they were running.
Oh, so someone has evidently tried to bop it then, but
Well, not in the ways that they probably should have been, because the Mondeo is the lightest of them, as I mentioned earlier, and it certainly was not.
yeah, no, as in like that's someone who's made it look to spec and then tried to make a league version or something.
But there are just weird things about it. Like when you end up looking at what some of the things were done to the drive line, just where things are. I mean, obviously when we go at this and add in like all the cars from around the world, there's going to be some
Is there
adjusting.
gonna be a Renault Laguna?
He's actually already made it.
Hooray!
All right,
Is it-
Mike, we can win another constructors championship.
Yeah, Williams Renault, let's
Oh
go.
no!
Oh,
Oh,
Scar.
this is the end of the race.
Oh no!
Yeah, that
Is
was
this
a
the
big
end of the
one.
race?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
It-
last lap.
Oh,
It's
did
getting
you?
pretty
Oh, this is
close,
for
wasn't it?
position.
Oh, Scar,
It
no.
was.
Yeah, that was last lap. That was me just going, right, I've got to go a little bit faster through here to make sure he doesn't take the position. And then I was like, crap.
Oh.
And then
And
John
I'm
gets
right
a
still
behind
got
this
pro-am
2 laps
wins, that's
down,
all right.
trying not to 2 or 3 laps down, trying not to get in anyone's way.
Respectfully, screw that. Get in everyone's way. Be the problem.
Yeah.
At one stage there, I was yelling at Giles a bit to get move on because he was going too slow. But he was in 5th and I was in 18th, and it was like, oh, let's just hang on to it.
I fully expect some IRRs this time.
Yeah, there was someone not happy during the race.
I'm gonna report Ross.
Pedro.
Not hot enough pink.
Well, it's hard to get it really hot when you don't have any sun in this part of the world.
Even when it does sun, it's still like 5 degrees.
Now, I actually can make it hotter. If you want it hotter, I can do that.
No, if anything, make it cooler, because then it will be nicer to the front wheel drive tires.
See, that was a bumpering. Bumpering?
Rewind it.
Switchback slap.
Oh yeah, no, that was no, that's just what you call the yob maneuver.
You slightly mistimed the pod.
Yeah.
You needed to do it slightly earlier
Doing.
so that your door hits his rear
Yep.
quarter and
Or
he
your-
goes into the barrier.
Yeah.
That's a Scandinavian flick with the lean.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, what happened here? There was just-
Too cold in England, eh, Mike?
Hey,
Too cold in England.
too cold.
Yeah.
I think it was like 9 degrees when I was racing on the weekend.
it's probably
and-
going to be closer to
Nice and cool.
16 to 18, somewhere in there when we ran this.
Hmm.
Ah,
I had a
Wow.
terrible start.
terrible.
Surprised I finished third.
Better than the ERC race 3.
I'd file them.
Oh, yeah, you gotta book red zone.
Oh
Oh,
my.
someone
Get
got
you
doored.
along.
Oh, okay. That was
looks
just
like
the little tap over the kink and.
Yeah, and settled the car and he couldn't
Donk.
hold it.
Was this
Not-
the guy that
he
got?
did with he did the same with every driver ahead of him.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
He
no.
stay the camera on that
Oh,
on the
Oh.
Castroni's son.
so that was a bit of a mess. He came up, gave him a slap.
Gave him a load, and then.
Now, who's this flying off in the background
Oh,
here?
that's Matt.
Oh yeah, this was.
That's Matt in the Vauxhall losing it
Yep.
right in front of me, and then snapping back the other way with the force of 1,000 nuclear missiles.
Does that rapid fit car get into the Castrol to cause the next accident?
No, it's not the Castrol car. Sorry, it's not the Rapid Fit car. It's the Castrol car into the Mondeo.
Yeah,
the
no,
spinning Mondeo.
It just looks like there's a little tap on the rapid fit car just before the main accident happens after the corner.
I don't know.
So he's barely holding on to it going in there. Very easy. I ended up doing the same thing on the next lap
Who are
in the
you
Mac.
looking at, Russ?
Who we're on right now.
Is that Matt or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then
he
you
lost
just
the back end. And
you just slap him and then shove him on his way.
I
Wow,
mean,
terrible.
Is that Astra or is that Vectra?
Vectra.
Vauxhall Vectra.
Yeah, it
Nice
looks
and
like the
local.
rapid fit definitely clips him before the second accident happens.
Russ, go on like hood cam of the Rapid Fit Mondeo.
Hold on, cameras are not being useful at all.
I mean, you're watching Scar drive over the same piece of
I'm literally hitting. Oh my god, I hate this thing. I hate it so damn much.
My R2, let me move the swingman camera. So
Really? Oh yeah, this mod's fucked with moving the swingman up and down. It will do
Yeah.
round and round, but it doesn't do up and down for some reason.
yeah, but all I want to do is up and down.
Jason.
I don't understand why it's being an absolute shit right now. It does this like where it just gets stuck.
There you go. One more.
Wait, which one?
I don't know, whichever button you just pushed.
Oh
Hit
no, which car?
Numpad plus. Go on the Nissan.
The Nissan.
This
and
one?
Stay
In
on
the
No,
middle?
the black Nissan.
Oh, it's supposed to be
and
on him.
Stay,
Oh, rip.
stay on the black car.
Yeah,
the
go
next
to
lap.
like any onboard camera.
Let's go way back.
Because the two of them bonk going up the hill, and then like one killed the other, and then the other killed them back.
Yeah, so a little bit of touch and bump. Violent touch and bump.
Mm-hmm. followed by violent touch and bump. Oh, there was a
Yeah.
little knock. There was a little knock in the back. Oh, there's not much you
Yep.
could have done about it, but
Yeah. Who are we
Yeah,
on
not
board
fun
with?
at all.
Jason Whited. Did he
not
get a
his
bump
fault.
too?
well, yeah, but not like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So that was
It
just
was
a
up-
bad.
But if you
Yeah,
look,
that-
it's actually the voxel as well, so it's like.
Oh
a
my
da-da-da.
god! How did this chain go forward? Like.
Hey, this one categorically wasn't my fault. I wasn't involved in it.
Well, hey, had he been up one more car length, you would have set all of this off. That is the most bizarre thing.
It was like.
Yeah, they end up hitting each other, and because they're already slow up in front, they just keep bumpity bump. And yeah.
And then the push on the rapid fit cars. And then the other one there was just off
Yep.
track, and I'm like, excuse me.
You passed probably like 10 cars just because of all of the bumping.
No, I think it was 6, but yeah.
Well, it's 6 here, yes. I just been on this lap alone.
Oh, on that one I made up 12 places.
Who's this again? Gilles. So Gilles holding on to it. He's got the inside. Kind of gets. Was
There
it
goes
just
Jeff.
from that hit?
Yeah, Jeff comes from like alongside the car behind as well. Like Jeff went in hard into here, like to make ground up.
I fully expected to be past him by the time I turned in, and by the time I turned in, I was not. And then I took to the grass because I saw what was happening.
How did the other Mondeo end up off the track anyway?
I don't
Which
know.
one?
The one
Up ahead?
One.
Yeah, did he just go off by himself?
He's
already
way up
in
there.
why is he already in the wall? I love this. It's like CSI.
Oh. So we have.
No, he's off in front.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Oh no, he's had the Druid's front-wheel drive touring car accident.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, I did about 5 times when I got on the server last night.
Who's this?
I'm not exactly sure that's just a front-wheel drive problem because the
Cool
GT3
McMillan.
cars do it a lot there too.
Yeah, but you know.
BMW sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, just get a little bit wide there, and the rears just don't have any grip.
And this Mondeo had a little bit of action.
And this little piggy went to market. Look at the
Man.
BMW, just a peak specimen of engineering.
Can you put the camera on the black Nissan on the follow next laps?
Oh man, that was a big send from the Ford.
Yeah, he squeezed it a little bit at an unfortunate spot. It was just very close. And then, boom, gets a whack.
Dunk.
Okay, he bumped it by behind, but look the accidents ahead with the same car, and without bumping by behind.
I will say that the jumping across the grass does look a little bit suspect.
So.
Yeah, no, keep going forward, Ross.
It's hard to tell whether it's like, I'm going to cut the grass and kill him, or just out of control.
I think that's just kind of a gathering up, to be fair. Like, look at the angle.
Yeah, it might well be. It
Like,
just
he's been hit. He's on the grass. The back end's gone. That's fine. Just sort of driving to get it back and get a jump in the back.
He gets boom right there. Like,
Yeah.
every single contact through that sequence was
Made it
just
worse.
unfortunate. Because
and then there was another dink to send the Ford around again. Like, did those two cars like hit each other 5 times going up the fucking hill?
Alfredo and
Whoever the other guy was.
Philippe.
Yeah, but it's not over. Over
Oh,
to me.
we still have.
Yeah,
Not to
I
him.
don't hear no
Keep it
fat
following.
lady singing.
I don't know how they kept going.
Oh, there goes Mac and Ross.
Wasn't
Yeah.
terrible, but I did end up in the wall, and it was like there was no way I was going to be able to keep driving it. I tried, and it was just like, nah, couldn't turn left, turn too right too easily. It was, I don't know how anyone keep driving after all that.
Oh.
I mean-
Oh, what was that?
They were already
Hang
off
on.
the front. Oh, dunk. I think this is what happened to Adrian. Going down the inside.
Oof. Who's this?
A weird bit of lag.
Jason.
Damn, John. You're gonna be busy, eh?
Not a great. Both cars decided they wanted to be in the same spot.
Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to look at the replay first because I thought it was a bit further along than it actually looked like I was, but
Well, and it wasn't turning either at that point. It looked like it almost was locked up, or it didn't have traction.
Is the broadcast still going on, by the way, or is it finished?
Oh, it's still going on, although it's on the MNRL card.
Ah.
I suppose I can end it, but it's over there on that computer.
You should end it so we can get into the night's political hot takes. Ah.
Hot takes of what? The race or just politics in general?
Both.
Oh, the puppet show.
That Donald guy. Wow.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah.